if you could hear Lisa's discomfort when she was trying to give me the 60% away from the money for me to be me. And there was even a crackle in her voice as she said it. So it's these little nuances that give you the information. You may not know what it is. You know, I've just had a few more years interpreting it, but it gives you the clues to be able to ask the questions. All right. So that's how we know what away froms are. And in page 22 there, it gives you the absolute clues of when you've got towards and aways versus towards and towards versus aways and aways, etc., is how you're going to deal with it. Pretty much the straight answer is you're going to do timeline therapy with a dash of parts. All right. But timeline therapy is your winner on everything when it comes to clearing out stuff. So next, we'll go into show you how to move the hierarchy. So that way, if Lisa didn't have money at all in her top 5, I would absolutely highly encourage her to put money within her top 5. And I'm going to show you how to do that now. Again, it's not done till breakthrough. All right. Any questions on that towards and away from?
Yes, please. Can you please just say that question for me again?
Yep.
I was too busy listening.
No, that's exactly what I wanted you to do. So in the context of for this, it was career, but it's in the context of whatever the context is and the value of whichever one of your top 5 you're dealing with, what percentage is away from.
And Kim, what is Hakalau peripheral vision?
It's a Hawaiian modality. So given Dr. Tad James was very much into Hawaiian Huna and all the rest of it, he's just, these books are written by the Tad James company. That's an option that I have no clue what it is other than it's a Hawaiian modality.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So just timeline therapy.
Timeline therapy is what I would do for everything. It's a non-NLP thing. Tad's just put it in here as one of the options. It's probably one of the courses he sells will have Hawaiian methods in it, and it's noted in here. But yeah. A lot of the stuff that Tad did was like Huna and Ho'oponopono and all of those sort of Hawaiian methods. He liked a good old Hawaiian version.
Well, I've done a bit of that, but I've never heard of the...
No, I've only heard of it on this page. So it's not something I know about, therefore I'm not expert, therefore don't teach. I personally don't think you can go past timeline therapy. The only exception to that is for someone who's nonverbal. And that's another reason I've learnt EFT, the emotional freedom technique, the tapping, because that gives me an option to help people clear their stuff who are nonverbal. It's one of the reasons I learnt it, because I have quite a few autistic clients, and it's not that they're not verbal, it's they don't know how to verbalize their learnings and things like that. They spend too much time in the process and not enough in the healing. So I'm like, all right, they can tap. They can follow me tapping. Done. And I've also got one beautiful soul that gets so in her trauma because she doesn't follow my instructions. Even though I've told her to float higher, float higher, float higher, I also wanted to do tapping for her as well to give her a non-verbal option. But other than that, timeline therapy is the gold nugget for everybody. All right, let's teach you how to do hierarchies. Where are you, slide? Here you are.
Kim, my internet's dodgy, so if I disappear again, yeah, that's why.
You're not just having a little nanny nap?
No, it like cut out and closed Zoom and then opened again. Now I'm on my phone internet. The in-laws play with the internet sometimes and stuff.
Yes.
So,
and I'm sure Melbourne's weather is helping a lot.
Yes, yes.
Although you're at least not in a tree-filled area. We get to play dodgems at the moment with all the trees that are on the road.
Yeah, crikey.
Yeah, Frankston had winds of up to 140 kilometers an hour last night. Yeah.
Alright.
And this is day 5 of the wind. Yeah, sure. Mother Nature, my ass. Now that you all understand about weather modification processes, you realize I'm not just talking shit.
Yeah, because everywhere up in Queensland it's up 30 degrees and stuff, like stinking hot. And
Yep.
It's so polarized.
Isn't it? There's 38 and 40 degree temperatures happening like last week of winter. And Melbourne is being, never in my life have we had 5 days solid of wind. Never in my life. You have a windy day, you might have 2 windy days, but this is day 5 of the wind.
I walked down a street today that was closed off because the power lines had snapped. A tree had come down, snapped all the power lines, and there was live power hanging off all the power poles, just wires hanging in the street. So they had all the street cleared off. And I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. It's crazy.
No.
So the poor SES are out, you know.
Yeah, I've certainly seen some challenges here and there. So this is how my friend woke up.
Bugger. Like
Yeah.
you want to get a tree, eh? But still.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
Doesn't that piss you off, eh? Weather.
Yeah. Mother Nature's not this angry. Not.
Well, yeah, I was having some weird things happen last night. I was like, are the Aboriginal people cursing us with something? I don't know. They send their gods out to bloody smash us.
Like in my 46 years of existence, it's never been 5 days straight. Ever. I was even talking to mum and dad about it, and they're in their 70s. You ever had this sort of rubbish happen? They went, I cannot think of a time where it was 5 days straight. A bad windy day or tornadoes or whatever, absolutely. But 5 days straight, unrelenting wind. Mother Nature's very windy right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you screw with Mother Nature, sometimes things don't go as planned. So
no, it'll be interesting to see what the next few days bring. There won't be a tree left standing. Or at least limbs of trees. But anyway, moving on. All right, turn over to 24, please. All right, so we're going to learn how to change values in a hierarchy so that you can put them in order to suit the client's needs. Now, keeping in mind that when we learned submodalities in the practitioner training, we learned like to dislike. So if there are any particular foods or drinks that you were preferring not to like, we did the like to dislike and moved the image on your internal screen of the yes food and move it to the no food. And now you don't have the yes food anymore, or the drink if it was something like that. So that's what submodalities are. It's the way we encode. Now, amazingly, your values are also held in your hierarchy in submodalities. So that's how you know what is most important. The next one, then the next one, then the next one, then the next one. It's the submodalities that hold that values in place in your mind. So using the example just for convenience purposes on 24, let's say you have the value number 4 that the client wants to move to position 2. All right, so let's say natural elicitation brought money to number 4, and the client wants, no, I want to put that up higher, and I want to put it into number 2, so it's more important to me. Now, if you flick over to 25, just so you can see, It's the submodalities checklist. You're very familiar with that. You've seen it before. Okay. And that's the black and white or color, near or far, bright or dim, what's the location of the picture, etc. That's familiar. So it's right there for convenience. It's nice and clean and sparkling, so you can always take a copy of it.